sometimes I'm a little bit of a clown. You know, being in front of a camera. Famous. Oh, you want to see what I'm doing here? I'm unpacking my meat. No, sorry, not that meat. Not that meat. I mean this meat. Silly you. I would never unpack the other meat in front of a camera. Not without getting paid. Hello, I'm not stupid. Alrighty folks, I am making some eggs. Where is it? There it is. You've got a little egg cooker. I put some water in there. Steaming already. It's very beautiful. And here in the background, I'm having a thingy to attach my phone to. Like this. And here's a little egg cooker. See it? Isn't that cute? So I'm thinking that this might help me, this setup that you can't see because it's behind the camera, that might actually help me make better videos of me cooking. Yes, you heard that right. Cooking. Unfortunately, I have to use the front camera, I think. Yeah, I think so. Let me try out the rear camera. Okay, so this is the rear camera. Ooh, that's almost good. Okay, so here's my hand, here's my eggs. So I can get it into the picture. But it's not at a nice angle if you want. So I don't know. So here I'm having some ground beef. I'm gonna be eating that today. This is actually a 93.7 mix, so it's relatively low on fat. And there's a very specific reason why I like this. Because it's nice eating. I know, I said it. It's nice to actually eat. Let me show you what I mean by that. First, we get some salt over here. Spread salt onto the meat quite liberally. Not that liberally. Okay, we got some salt on there. And now, we're just gonna take a corner of the meat, like this, there's salt on there. And this is good. So good. You don't believe it. But we want to spice it up. We get some pepper over here. So we want to go back to our meat and sprinkle some pepper over it. then we take in a piece like this. Can you see the pepper and everything? Oh. Okay, that didn't work out very well. Dropped the phone behind the counter, but have no fear, I is here. Can't what you call it? So we still got it here, and we're still gonna eat it. So the 93.7 in its raw state is absolutely delicious eating. It's soft, it's smooth, it doesn't give you a greasy feel in your mouth. And with a little bit of salt and pepper, we don't need anything else. It's good the way it is. The eggs are very steamy. I think they're almost done. So, should you eat your meat like this? Uncooked, raw, fresh out of the package? Probably not. If you have poor senses, smell, taste, or mouth feel rather, touch, visual, you might not want to eat it raw, because you won't be able to tell if it's fresh enough or not. I normally know after the first bite if I want to continue eating raw or want to cook it rather. But then if I rather want to cook it, why would I want to eat it at all? I mean, seriously. That was 1 pound of 93.7 ground beef. Whew, delicious. And you wouldn't believe it, this is already half my meal for the day. Welcome to the Carnivore Diet. The eggs are definitely almost done. Very steamy. I don't know if you can see the steam in the camera. I can't tell if you can see it because the steam is between me and the screen of the camera. Should be almost done though. Come on, my little eggs. Speaking of eggs, so I just bought these at the supermarket, right? Stop and Shop. It's an 18 pack. These eggs cost $5.69. Unbelievable price. In December I was buying eggs for $1.49 a dozen. And this is 18. That's so this one is almost to $1.90. This is $1.90 for 6 eggs, or $3.80 for a dozen. Or oops, the eggs already. $3.80 or $1.90 for 6, right? So how much is that per egg? That's 31 to 32 cents an egg. Let's just say 32 cents. 32 cents an egg. If each egg is 0.4 ounce, 4 ounces, that would be, that's a lot. Anyway. So, now what we're gonna do is we have to transfer eggs already. There's a hole in here, there's steam coming out of there. You don't want to get burnt. Ooh, lots of steam coming out. And we're gonna transfer the eggs into the box they came in. Yippee! Hoo-hoo. These are all hard-boiled eggs. Now we're taking a little bottle of water and fill up the reservoir inside of the egg cooker. Doesn't require a ton, which is why I love it. And we put a new set of eggs right in here. There we go. There's the lid. Put the lid back on and turn the egg cooker on. It's that easy. Now these are cooling off. I leave this open. They're cooling off. These are still uncooked. Easy to figure out because hot, cold, right? Easy. Why am I even cooking eggs now? Well, there's a simple reason for that. Because I can. So the last few weeks, really, almost most of February, I was unable to use my cooker because my solar generator, well, I had power in my solar generator, but here's the problem with solar generators, or lithium batteries in particular, during cold periods of time. So you cannot recharge a lithium battery when the temperature of the battery drops below freezing, 34 degrees or whatever the hell that is. So with the last few weeks, daytime being just above freezing and nighttime usually being in the low 20s, the solar generator was always too cold to be recharged. Now, lucky for me, the solar generator actually has a low temperature protection built in. So if it gets too cold for the battery, it won't allow the battery to be charged. If you do charge the battery, like if you are trying to force charge it, then you will damage the battery. It's not gonna go up in flames, don't worry about that. but you will damage the battery to the point of it not holding a charge or a very tiny charge, essentially rendering it useless. So you don't want to do that. So over the last few days, weeks, I wasn't able to recharge my solar generator, so I didn't use it in the first place, because actually I had used it. I had used it for eggs twice. And in those 2 times, I brought the charge level from 100% down to 66%. Yeah, to 66%. And today is actually the 3rd day where it's nice out and a little bit warmer. This is the 3rd day where I'm actually putting a charge back into it. And before I started my batch of eggs, from when I charged it the first time, I went from 66% to 77%. And then it went from, next day it was from 77 to 85, I guess. And before I started this batch, I already had this recharging. It was at 97%. So a couple of warmer days to make the battery warm enough, and now actually it's been 3 sunny days that I've been using over the course of a week, right? This is not continue day after day, right? It's not been that nice, so I wish I would have been that nice. Anyway, so how much is the battery right now? Okay, so we have done 1.5 batches so far, roughly, and the battery is already down from 97 to 92%. What else? And we are still getting 60-70 watts coming in from the sun right now. But I want to cook all of these eggs, get it over with, and then hopefully, yeah, it probably won't. Where's the sun? Okay, yeah, the sun is getting lower already. If I'm lucky, I can cook all 3 batches while I actually get some solar in. So the total loss is kind of roughly, I don't want to say low, but well, if 2 batches got the battery from 100% to 66, it's 34%. So 15, 16, 17% per batch, right? That means 3 batches now would get it down from 97 to 80. So we will see how much sun offset we are getting out of this. Anyway, just wanted to mention that. Sometimes I'm a little bit of a clown, you know, being in front of a camera, famous. Oh, you want to see what I'm doing here? I'm unpacking my meat. No, sorry, not that meat. Not that meat. I mean this meat. Silly you. I would never unpack the other meat in front of a camera. Not without getting paid. Hello, I'm not stupid. Alrighty. So you probably can't see it, and you probably can't hear it either, but the egg cooker is bubbling, which is a good sign. We like it to bubble. That means it's cooking. Okay, now we've got our 80-20 here. So this is, oopsie, almost dropped that. So this is 80-20, not 93-7, because I do need, Carnivore Diet, I do need to get a good amount of, what's that called? Fat. And I haven't been using any fat because I've been using just meat. Well, who needs hands? Anyway, so this is an 80-20 mix, but we need salt on there. to make it tasty. Okay, do you want pepper on that too? Maybe some pepper also. And, oopsie. Ooh, what is that? You wonder what just happened, right? So apparently the egg cooker was over boiling some liquid, which is weird. Why would it do that? And where's that leaking out? Oh, I know where that's leaking out. Is it on properly? I'm not even sure. Okay. Problem averted. So, oh yeah, don't use the big holes on the pouring thingy here, the pouring cup. Use the small holes. Always use the smallest holes you can get, you can use. You know, I mean, still got to, you know, be performing, but you don't want it that tiny, right? But otherwise, you always want to use the smallest hole. Unless, you know, if you just open it completely up and just stick your fingers in. But yeah, so oopsie. Because you don't want to overdo it, right? If you get the big hole, you're just gonna have that should be good. Yeah, there you go. Can you see that? Did you get that on camera? No, it was off camera. Sorry, I can't hold it up this high, and then actually I could. I don't know. I don't think that works. So yeah, but this is another. This is 1 1/4 pounds. Apparently, the more the meat costs, the less I put into the package, so that all packages appear to be almost the same sales price. It's a different price per pound, but the sticker price is the same. Sneaky bastards. They're not dumb, right? They're not dumb at all. Anyway, so here we go. The pepper. Oh, delicious. Salty. It's good stuff. So this is an 80-20. It will give me the fat component that I need in my diet, I hope, I think. Not always. Now you can monitor your fat intake in a very simple way. At least you can monitor, where do we say this? You can tell if you're eating too much or too little fat. How about that? And the way you can tell is by the way you go potty. Yes, we are having a potty talk. Ah, wow. I'm gonna put this meat in my mouth. So, when you eat too much fat, chances are you're gonna be having the runs. Not all day, but once, maybe twice. Right, the first one is just to get the majority out, and the second one is kind of like finishing touches, you know. That's what happens when you eat too much fat in one setting, right? So in January, I ate a stick of butter a day. I also ate a stick of butter in one setting. And that gave me, I don't want to say always, but that gave me the runs, many days. Now, you don't have to eat just one meal and a whole stick of butter in one meal. You can spread it out over 2 meals. And in that case, you will probably not get the runs. But what happens if you don't have enough fat? Lean meats, vegetables, no fats. If you don't have enough fat, you're going to be constipated. you're going to be having a hard time getting that log out into the ocean, because there's not enough, I guess, not enough lubrication. Your body knows how to regulate itself if you give it the proper inputs. So right now, February, I haven't eaten any butter. I also haven't had the runs. But because I eat mostly the combination of a 93.7 and the 80-20, I probably don't have enough fat in my diet. I could use a little extra. Ooh, extra done. Oh. Ooh. There you go. Ooh, done. That's amazing. Okay, we want to let them sit in there a little bit, but while they're sitting. So I could use more fat than what I've been having, just eating 1 1/4 pounds of 80-20 and 1 pound of 93.7 ground beef. But I have also not really cooked anything in February. I was very lazy. Alrighty. Take these out, put them into the case. Right. Refill with water. There's a center reservoir in here, and then there's an outside reservoir. Maybe I can show you real quick. There you go. Can you see that? There's a center ring. You fill up the center ring, and then you let it run over to the side. There's probably more water here on the side than there needs to be. Technically it's supposed to be dry when it's done. But I'm not sure if there's a measuring cup or anything. I got no clue. I don't remember. I just pour some water in, and then I'm gonna take the fresh batch of eggs, stick them right in here. Put the lid on, turn it on. Done. Okay, third batch cooking. So now if you look at my bowl of water, let's see, you probably can't see the fill level inside. You can see a little bit, right, when I shake it. Right, it's just like, it's like around here. Hold on. Yeah, it's around here. So we used from here to here, we used that little amount of water to cook 18 eggs. Right? And if you only needed 6, it would be, you know, 1/3 of that, right? So what I'm trying to show you with this is using an egg cooker is extremely efficient on your use of energy resources and water resources. You don't need a lot of water to cook your eggs, which makes us happy. Very happy. Very happy. Because we don't have a lot of water. I can always share a little bit of water from my water bottle to make a batch of eggs. But I can't just fill up a pot of water with 1.5 liters. 2 liters. I don't have that much. Now, did you know there's a trick for cooking pasta too? know I'm not eating pasta anymore, but if you put pasta in a bowl with relatively little water, enough to cover the pasta, maybe a little bit more, you probably want to swoosh it around just to make sure that the pasta doesn't stick to each other. It's kind of like a protective coating on there if you want. So you want it to be free flowing. I like to use elbow macaroni for this because you have an inside and an outside of the macaroni, and by swooshing it around, you make sure that the water's on the inside too. And you could use warm water if you're at home and you have a faucet, right, and you get warm water out of that. You can use warm water. It works a little faster with warm water. And you just let it sit in there for 2 hours. And you know what you're getting out of that? Perfectly cooked pasta. Because all you're doing is rehydrating pasta. Now all you have to do is one of two different things. Completely transfer the pasta and the whatever water's in there to a pot and just heat up the pot. You just need to bring it to a boil. Let's just say to a boil. Right? The moment it's at a boil, you're done. Turn it off again. Or alternatively, add the pasta to a pot of soup, or add the pasta to a pot of sauce or something, and heat it up with that. Or alternatively, without the water. Or alternatively, you can drain all of the water out, maybe add half a stick of butter to it, and just shove it in the microwave to heat it up. And you have perfectly cooked pasta. The point here is a reduction of resource usage. You use less energy and you use less water. Yeah. We're almost done. Sorry. I have a habit of not showing you what I'm doing because I'm so busy with bullshitting. Anyway. So yeah, anyway, how's my carnivore diet going? Well, I can't tell you. A few more days before I go back on the scale. I can't tell you if I lost weight or not. I honestly don't know. I'll find out the same moment you find out when I watch the video. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Could be anything. I hope I lost weight. I've essentially, for the entire month of February, been eating raw beef. A few days where I did something different. But I don't know. 24 out of 30 days, raw beef. Sun is slowly going down, but it's still to be seen. That means I'm still getting a little bit of power. I'm almost done. I'm almost done eating dinner. Thanks for keeping me company, actually. So I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? It's going. This is still the most convenient diet ever. Because It just doesn't get easier than this. One meal fills me up for a whole day. So, done. Finished. It's good, good, good. You know, I never really had a craving for vegetables. I mean, as a kid, I didn't like them, I guess. Maybe I didn't like them because my sister liked them. I've got no idea. Girls are weird. Girls eat different things. Girls put like anything into their mouth, right? It's like, it's weird. You know, as guys, you're just like, no, just give me the meat. Put it on fire and I'll eat that. And the girl's like, oh no, I like the pretty colors of this. Oh, look at all the different shapes. Oh, look at it. Oh my God, all the different textures, all the different flavors. All the... Sorry, I don't want to be hitting on you. I mean, picking on you girls. Maybe our brains are wired weird differently, right? It's I don't know. I just want meat. You know, it's like most of the time actually and I don't get this when I eat raw meat, which is interesting too. Mostly I'm craving the charred parts of the meat, the charred and the fatty parts. Those are my go-to happy place when it comes to meat. Even if I ever have something like a stew or so, right? I love the fatty pieces. You know, all the grizzly gooey stuff. That's my chicken too. That's my favorite parts. You know, just sucking the little pieces out from the bones and stuff. That's the best. You know, that's what it's like. Every little boy is like, I want to get the bone. I want to gnaw on the bone. I want the bone. Give me the bone. And the girls are like, oh no, eating with my hands? Oh, it makes my mouth dirty. Sorry. I apologize, seriously. It's just, boys and girls are different, man. You know, not saying that all girls are like that or all boys are like that. But, you know, I love those parts of the meat that I'm eating, right? I love the... I love the fatty charred parts. It's a little bit of salt, just like yum yum. It's the best. What can I tell you? So what do you think? Is a patch almost done? I think it's been 6 minutes already. I think. Actually, using the front camera is kind of nice because I can actually see myself or what's in the picture, which I can't see when I have the rear camera. Well, I need to be behind the camera. But since I'm in front of the camera, I can't see what's on the screen behind the camera. But I can't zoom in and out while I'm filming with the front camera. It won't do that. And I can see the timer clicking. It's right over here, right there. You don't see it. You know why you don't see it? Because it's only a timer on my screen. But yeah, it sounds like the eggs are almost done. You want to make a countdown? Let's count down by 10, right? I don't know if that's good enough, but let's count down by 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finished. I guess I was wrong. Happens all the time. I'm always wrong. Yeah, I was off by 10 seconds. Yeah. That's how good I am. Alrighty, so that was the last batch of eggs. Now, oh, we do want to get a quick peek at the power bank. First, we're gonna turn off the inverter. There you go. That should turn it off. And now we're gonna take a look at. It was at 97. I said 17% was what I got from the last two batches. So for 97, that would bring it down to 80. But the sun has still been shining the entire time. So let's take a look at how much we actually have left in it. %. And we're still making 57 watts. So during this entire time of cooking, we used 5 percentage points less. Let's say 1/3 less, because I've had energy come in at the same time. Right, so I guess it's not that bad. It's almost at the point where I started charging it today, because it was in the 80s, right? So now it's back to the 80s. Unfortunate. Anyway, that's what it's for, right? Power in, power out, constant battle. The constant battle of the battery charge. Sometimes eats up, sometimes eats down, sometimes it's dramatically down, and sometimes we can't just put more energy in even so it's available. Yeah, I don't know. So let's finish our eggs over here. Do you believe me that these little guys are actually cooked? I hope you would believe me. It goes here, 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 and here. Beautiful. Now here we have, this is the first batch. Okay, they are still hot. Okay, so you can see this, right? Hoo-hoo. Give it a good crack. Ooh, I need to, yeah, let's hold it with a napkin, because I'm sensitive on my fingers. I'm a little sensitive on my fingers. Come on. Come on, peel already. I might have to take that stupid glove off. Okay, there it is. Yeah, finally we cracked the membrane on the egg. Now the peeling goes a little easier, because the shell wants to hold on to that membrane. I guess when you first crack the egg, you have a chance of breaching the membrane too. Okay. What does it look like? Here. It's an egg. You've never seen an egg before? It's a chicken egg. Okay, now we are gonna put some salt on it. Not too much. So I gotta hold it up high. Hard boiled. Yeah, well, there it is. It's a hard-boiled egg. All the way through. It's good. Yummy. Excellent, that egg was delicious. And I have 17 eggs more. Here they are, whole 17 hard-boiled eggs. So now, last thing you want to see is how do we do the cleaner upper dooley. And we take our napkin, and this should probably get washed eventually when I have actually running water. Now, one thing you will find is that the water or the metal inside here is gonna be discolored. And I'm not sure if you can see it, but let me just soak up some of this liquid over here and then show you my napkin. Ew, this is filthy, you piggy. It's been doing that from day one. I think this is actually well, yes, we got two possibilities here, and maybe it's a combination of the two. The one possibility is this thing is actually rusty. Maybe I should have washed it before I started using it. But there's also a possibility that there is a certain amount of minerals in the water, even so I'm using bottled water. And as you evaporate the water, the minerals stay behind. And if the minerals stay behind, they will probably express themselves in some kind of color that you can observe, depending on the minerals. And if you just imagine the water is full of calcium, then you might have a white deposit. And if the water is full of, let's say, metals, let's say iron or other things, then you might have water that is more brownish reddish, rust colored, if you want. So while I've been using bottled water, that might be the reason for it. And I'm not even sure, did I start out using bottled water? I'm not even sure right now. I might have started out using water from the tap at the park. You remember my videos from the park? If that was the first water I was using, then I'm pretty sure that had more minerals in it. So, oh, here's another insert. You haven't seen this one yet, right? This is metal, actually. It's interesting. This is metal, but this one is plastic. I've never used this. So you can crack eggs into these little things and cook them in here, and this should make poached eggs. I've never used it. It means I would actually need to clean this, I think. Well, at least before I use it. So yeah, I've never used that. Put that on there. Get our lid. Make sure it's mostly dry. Lid goes right in here. That's beautiful. Take our power cord, unplug it, roll it up, or some version of roll it up, lift it up, and shove it in the cubby underneath. And that, my friend, is this week's episode of Cooking with Phil. Hello, because my name is Phil and I'm the master chef of this channel. I'm gonna be making you a visual presentation of the food that I will be eating. Yeah. Anyway, enough clowning around. Should I upload this? Tell me. Tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments anything really. Tell me what you want to know. Tell me what you're interested in. Tell me what I should stop doing. Tell me what I should start doing. Tell me anything. You've got a problem? Tell me. You know, sometimes you just need to get it off the chest. Tell me whatever you've got going on, right? Because I'm here for you. I'm your friend. I'm not gonna turn you down. And because you're only leaving comments, right? You can't yell at me. I can't yell at you back, right? I know words can hurt, but they're not that bad. And if you really want to share something with me, you know, just do it. You know, don't be afraid. One thing's for sure, I won't bite you. Anyway, that's enough. 45 minutes video. It's ridiculous. And all I did was cook 18 eggs and eat 2 pounds of raw meat. I mean, that's stupid. Who had this stupid idea? Where's my writer? Who's writing the script around here? Seriously? Anyone? Anyone take responsibility? Nobody? Jesus. You know, as usual, no one wants to step up to the plate. People are unbelievable. You know, it's like no responsibility, no accountability. You know, it's like, people. You know? Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Come on. Come on.